It's a great day here, and welcome to our community with the Chatham County District Attorney, Shalina Cook-Jones.
Hi.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We are getting ready for a very big month coming up.
Sure.
National Crime Victims Awareness Week beginning on April 6th.
Yes. Well, a lot of people don't know that under the Department of Justice, they have what's called an Office of Crime Victims. And they every year do recognize April as the month to recognize, lift, and highlight and strengthen survivors of violent crime. And they issue a theme and artwork and do beautiful things, and they kind of set the platform. This year's theme that came down from the national office is connection, kinship, and healing. And so what they do, different offices and DA's offices around the nation celebrate this month and set aside this time to focus on, I don't like to use the word victims, but they focus on victims and survivors of crime. And I think it's super important.
One of the things that I love about this event is not only is it a stream of events, but you all are connecting people with resources that they may not even know that are available right here in our community.
Yeah, actually, I think that it's two-dimensional to talk about victims and survivors of crime without giving them tools, survival kits, and resources, and connecting them with important pillars of strength in our community. And it was for that reason that I decided to go approach our wonderful commission board and ask them to name April Crime Survivors Awareness Month in Chatham County, and not just to celebrate it for the whole week, but and incorporate what national sends down, but to also come up with a program or strategy that addresses the needs of victims and survivors in a meaningful way. And so on March 28th at the commission meeting, they're going to issue that proclamation. And we have some special things planned for April, and we're very much looking forward to these events.
One of those events is a panel discussion coming up on the 10th.
Right.
So you will have victims and experts on the panel, or how will that work?
Well, absolutely. I think that one of the things, what I have found in this role is that the justice system, even when it works 100% at its optimal level, it doesn't necessarily provide the kind of healing that a victim or survivor needs to move forward with their life in a practical way. It's great to know that somebody who committed a violent offense will spend the rest of their life behind bars, but that's still an incomplete conversation. How do you go on? How do you get therapy? How do you handle grief counseling? How do you navigate through the community when people know you have been a victim of crime or survivor? And how do you spin that experience into strength? So that's what the panel discussion is going to be based on. But one of the other crown jewels of this month that I really am proud about is it's going to be our first annual Spencer Lawton Award. That will be issued on April 11th.
For those who don't know, that was our longtime district attorney here in Chatham County.
District attorney, yes. Maybe probably 3 district attorneys before me. The late Spencer Lawton was a pioneer in the area of victim services, and the Victim Witness Advocacy Program was his brainchild. He started it here in Chatham County, and every other major DA's office around the state created a victim witness program based off of his seed of imagination. He did great work and allowed our victims to be, that came through our courts, to be visible, which also was the impetus for larger pieces of legislation like Marcy's Law that gives victims rights and a right to be heard and active. And I'm not sure that Mr. Lawton ever got enough recognition for doing something so huge in his lifetime. So we named this award after him posthumously. And every year we will issue it to a victim service individual or agency or organization that has been boots on the ground. It's probably lesser known than some of our favorites, Union Mission, Safe Shelter, Rape Crisis, CASA, who are doing great work. But some of the lesser known individuals and agencies that are doing that have boots on the ground and are transforming lives right where they are, they should be recognized for their work in the victim services arena as well. And that's what this award is intended to do.
Well, that would be a wonderful honor for them. And you also have 2 other events coming up. One on the 24th, you have some gun safety classes.
Yeah.
And on the 30th, self-defense.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, I've gotten some slack for this, but I'm a little bit of maybe a feminist, maybe a womanist, but I believe in women's empowerment and equality. And given what's happened on social platforms and in the higher courts of this land, I think now is as good a time as any to empower women to be their own voice, to individually and collectively. And one of the ways that we can do that is making sure we know how to arm ourselves and protect ourselves, because I believe we are our own best agents and advocates. And so I'm excited about, again, basing this in the community and inviting every woman under the sound of my voice to our gun safety course and to our self-defense. And frankly, I'm looking forward to picking up a few tips myself.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So I'm very grateful for my security and my staff and my investigators, but the DA also needs to be prepared.
That's right. We all should be somewhat prepared.
Right.
In the times we're living in now.
Right. And the gift of self-protection and self-advocacy is something that we can give, and I want to give that to the women in our county.
Well, we thank you so much for extending the program for a whole month, and we
Yeah.
look forward to learning a lot in April.